Guys want to take a look at the market for the week ending August 28th, 2020. So really what can we say other than the market continues to grind higher? The last couple of times that I did a video, I was really focused on this level here around 339.44, which was the pre-COVID high. And we did come up to that, obviously, last week. I expected to see a little bit more profit taking around these levels and not necessarily a double top at all, but I was expecting to see some level of a little bit of profit taking into selling. I was expecting the market to come down into these territories and then find support around these longer term moving averages, but clearly we didn't see that. We saw this really was the only sharp move to the downside, which happened on Tuesday, which was clearly bought up, and then we consolidated a little bit in a very tight range, and then started to break out toward the end of the week. So looking at this market, we have to assume that buying is going to prevail. We did break these levels. All the moving averages really are pointing higher, and there's no evidence to support that the market just won't continue this grind. Taking a look at Fibonacci's just to kind of see where we are overall, you can see that we're quite extended. And to the downside, really the next Fibonacci level that would offer some support is around 23.6%, which would be around $320 or so. Should you short the market? Based on what we're seeing, no. And you're going to have very limited opportunities in doing so. Taking a look at the NASDAQ, for example, the NASDAQ is just a monster. This is the COVID, this is kind of the February highs that we absolutely smashed and continue to just grind higher at an enormous pace, at least in my view. I was tempted to go short last week. I was looking at Roku, and I was specifically looking around this level here, which I perceived as weak price action. I was seeing prices consolidate below this moving average. They seem to be drifting a little bit lower than this range here. And I was expecting this moving average to start to tilt to the downside and this stock to break these levels at right around 145 level or so. So as you can see, as I move forward, I was absolutely incorrect. Prices quickly reversed and a short squeeze took place. So, which you can see quite clearly here, which is a massive short squeeze, continuation higher, a little bit of stabilization, and then another short squeeze and a leg higher. So if you are tempted to short, keep that in mind, that the market can absolutely turn on a dime and squeeze you out. So you do have limited opportunities to the short side. You can see that clearly on Netflix as well, similar price action. Taking a look at stocks like Amazon, just an absolute grind higher. Google, all-time highs as well. And one that really surprised me was Microsoft, which very much resembles the NASDAQ as a whole, which, you're at least in my mind, I'm a counter trend trader at heart. So I tend to look to go reverse of trend, but there's just really no reason to do that because every time that you do, the market just continues to squeeze higher, and that's the evidence that we're seeing. So if you are looking to go short, you're really going to want to dial in on a shorter term time frame, a 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute. Really define your risk and be prepared to take a number of smaller losses. So that's really what I'm expecting going into next week is just, maybe a little bit of shallow profit taking, but quick stabilization of prices and reverse back to the upside.